We're back. Let's get it. What is poppin', baby? What is good, squad? And 5 a week. 5 a week. What the fuck? All right, I'm gonna pull this up right here. What's up, TikTok? Yeah, no smash. Just pulling up quick. Let's get it. 5 a week. I fucking said it. So I just finished up doing some program updates for my squad. We're regenning this challenge. We've been up all fucking morning making sure that everything gets fucking everything gets taken care of. Friday. Kim is always pulling up. Yo, Kim, do you have the notifications on or what? Fucking here on the dot. Let's get it. I'm going to be talking about regret today. Regret is worse than discipline. So we're going to break that down to be a fucking banger. So let's do it. Oh my God. I thought I had the cap on it when I went to go drink it. All right. Let's do it. I'm going to pause this right here. Cool. Let's pop Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, IG, TikTok. Let's go. All right. Cool. Ready? You guys ready for this? You ready for the value? Honestly, I'll be transparent. Didn't really prep much. Today's going to be from the fucking dome. I have exactly 15 minutes till my 1 o'clock meeting, and that is that. So let's get into today's episode in 3, 2, 1. Cool. What is going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your favorite coach, Coach Sal. Let's freaking get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down how, in my personal opinion, I believe that regret is worse than discipline. What does that mean? What does that look like? How does this apply to you? Cool. All great questions. Let's get into it. Now, here's the thing. When you take a step back and you really think about your life and you really break it down a little bit, you only regret the things that you don't do. All right, let me know if you guys resonate with that in the comments. You only regret the things that you don't do. You're never like, damn, I really exerted myself today. I put myself out there. I asked that girl out. I asked that guy out. I really tried to put myself in a situation that's conducive to growth. And you're like, well, shit, I regret that. You never say that. But when you don't do the shit that you want, you look back and you're like, man, I wish I did that. And for me personally, when I look back at my past experiences throughout my life, I always regret the things that I didn't do, the chances that I didn't take. And the reason that I'm bringing it up is because I see so many people who don't bet on themselves, who don't take a risk, who don't take a chance. And the problem with that is that when you get older, when you look back, you're going to be filled with regret and you're going to continuously say, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. And personally, that's not something that I want to do. You miss all the chances you don't take. That's literally the reality of the situation. And if you keep making the same decisions, you will get the same results. That is a fact. And again, from personal experience, let's take fitness. I mean, I'm a coach, right? Let's talk about that. For years, I didn't know anything. I was doing everything wrong. I didn't know anything about progressive overload, rep schemes, rest times. I didn't know shit. And I believed that I was doing really well. And I was unwilling to swallow my pride and ditch my ego and ask questions because I thought I knew it all. But the minute that I flipped that and I tried to really adopt the student mentality and say, hey, I really need to learn something. This clearly isn't working. I need to ask questions. I need to seek guidance. The minute that I started to do that, then I started gaining a lot of traction, seeing a lot of progress, making change, changing my mindset, my perspective, my body, getting closer to my goals. And it's the same thing that me and my clients focus on every single week. Every single week, we're creating belief. We're creating a different person. We're creating a different version of ourselves through action, through taking these steps every single day. There's plenty of days I don't feel like doing this podcast, but I simply made a fucking commitment and I'm going to stay true to that. Regardless if it's at the same time, maybe I can be better with that. I'm a human being too. But at the end of the day, it's super important to be integral with your word. If you said you're going to do something, you have to fucking do that. Why? Regret is worse than discipline. Having a discipline to show up regardless of how you feel is going to take you much further in life than sitting there bitching, complaining in the backseat, pointing the finger, blaming the circumstances, because that, over time, all it's going to do is allow you to be filled with regret, right? Does that make sense? That's what it is. Just because you grew up with a certain belief, a certain perspective, doesn't mean you have to stay that way. Just because you think you're this type of person doesn't mean you have to keep telling yourself that you are. We like program ourselves to believe this identity, when in reality, you can change that shit right now as you listen to me. As you listen to my voice, you could change that right now. You could literally say in this moment that I'm no longer willing to tolerate that. It's that fucking simple. And you make the decision to no longer identify with that. I used to say that shit all the time. I'm not good at public speaking. I'm scared of that. I can't do that. There's no way. There's no way I can do this, and that. And I used to continuously tell myself, I'm not good enough. There's no way. I can never do that. Let me know if you guys resonate with that. We continuously put these limiting beliefs on ourselves. And over time, the problem with that is you continue to program that belief. How you speak to yourself is everything. It's everything. Just because you grew up a certain way and have these certain beliefs that were programmed into you from your parents, your friends, your family, the people you went to high school with, the people you played sports with, doesn't mean that you can't fucking change that. Regret is worse than discipline. If you keep operating on that frequency, you're gonna look years down the road and you're gonna be the same fucking person. I know so many people who hate their jobs and complain about it every single week, but they do nothing about it. And I know for a fact that in 5-10 years, when they're in the same spot, they're gonna be like, man, I wish I started my own business. Man, I wish I chased my dreams. Man, I wish I took my goals seriously. And I'm gonna be on the other side and be like, I'm fucking here. I did everything I fucking said I was gonna do because I made the decision, right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? TikTok's always spewing the hate. This guy gives scammer vibes. Yo, if you knew me, you know that I am a kind, generous person that cares about the people in my life. So, yo, click out the stream, homie. But, yo, Instagram, does that make sense? Change that background? Probably, but whatever. Regret is worse than discipline. I don't want to lose my flow, and I have exactly 8 minutes, so I'm going to keep this rolling. I'm recording this right now into this fucking episode, so let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. Cool. Regret is worse than discipline. Your past will define you only if you choose to allow it. What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, when I was younger, yo, like, I fucking hated the person that I was, straight up. I was not confident at all. I used to be overweight. Like, I could, time and time again, like, give you guys all these scenarios. I've said this before. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is because there's too many people who are settling for less, who are playing small, who want to make these changes, I should say, sorry. But, like, it's just so frustrating to me that we continue to, like, program ourselves to believe this when it's just a fucking story that you can change right now in this moment. Like, why can't we make that the norm instead of, like, bitching about all the things that we want, instead of complaining and pointing the finger and blaming the circumstances? Like, again, the example of, like, people complaining about their job. Then, yo, get a different fucking job. Like, change that. What is sitting there bitching about it gonna do? Because you can take that fucking energy and go do something with it. Like, in reality, this is the biggest thing that frustrates me. Like, I see this so often. I don't have the time. I will never fucking understand that. Because at the end of the day, if you want something badly enough, you will make it a fucking priority. The drug addict will always get its fix. The alcoholic will always get the booze. It's the same fucking thing. Like, as human beings, we get what we fucking want. We get what we want. So if you're willing to make the decision, I will challenge you right now in this moment to go and do that. Why? Because I know that if you sacrifice now and you put in the effort now and you stay disciplined and true to what you're supposed to be doing, then you won't experience regret. Because think about this. Think about you get to 67 years old and you never took a chance on yourself. You never did the things you actually wanted to. You never bet on yourself and chased your dreams. You don't know what that would look like. And you will never understand that because you never took the chance. And that's what I personally think that's way scarier than putting yourself out there and at least trying. Because if you try, at least you have an idea of that. So why can't we make this the norm, right? Get out of your comfort zone, man. Like, I was in my bubble for so long. For so long, I was in my bubble, doing things that I felt comfortable with. But the problem is, you don't get anywhere like that. You don't get anywhere like that. And the other side of that too is that if you have people in your life, in your environment that are not supporting that, then cut them the fuck out. Then don't continue to spend time with them. You don't have to pick up the phone and call them. You don't have to text them. You don't have to spend time with them on the weekends. If they're getting you further from your goals and you know that subconsciously and they're taking away from your energy, then why continue to exert time on that person? Regret is worse than discipline. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your own head. Stop telling yourself these limiting beliefs like, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I don't have the time. What is that? What is that? So in summary, if you never try, you'll never fucking know. And if we're continuously programming these limiting beliefs into our minds, you're not going to get them. Simply make the fucking decision in this moment that you're no longer willing to tolerate that you're no longer willing to play fucking small. Because down the road, regret is a much more challenging thing to deal with than maybe making some mistakes and going through those growing pains. And I could say that from personal experience with everything that I've done over the last 2-3 years. That's all it is. That's all it is. So guys, that is it. That is all. If you're listening to this, please go and do something with this energy today. Don't just listen to what we're saying here. Like, click out of this and make some shit fucking happen. Because all you have is time. Nothing's promised. You can get hit by a fucking bus tomorrow. So straight up, it's a sad fucking truth, man. So hope you guys get some value from that. That is it. That is all. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Yo, straight up, I can get hit by a bus tomorrow. I don't fucking know. So why do I care? Why do I care what anyone thinks about me? I'm gonna do what I want for myself, for my clients, for my family, and the future life that I'm trying to create. And if you don't like that, cool, man. It doesn't fucking faze me at all. But I have to hop on this meeting. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Yo, Joey. Hope you're feeling better, dog. I want to get you in the fucking groove, man. For my boys, let's go. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, peace. All right, TikTok, kick rocks with all the hate, bro. Describe yourself in 3 words: passionate, energetic, enthusiastic. That was all fucking dope. All right, I have the peace. I need to eat. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day.